The Dodgers have stumbled upon a secret weapon, one that isn't officially on their roster, yet its impact has been undeniable this season. It's fascinating because this isn't a player who's currently wearing a Dodgers uniform. He's someone who once called Los Angeles home, someone who had a past with the team, but is now an outsider in terms of official affiliation. And yet, here he is, stepping in at exactly the right moments, proving himself not once but twice in this campaign, and making a measurable difference for one of the Dodgers' brightest stars. The man in question is J.D. Martinez, and the way he's been influencing the team is almost like having a hidden coach or mentor operating quietly in the background, someone whose presence isn't recorded on any roster sheet, but whose effect is felt in every swing, every hit, every moment when Mookie Betts steps up to the plate. The story between J.D. Martinez and Mookie Betts is rooted in friendship and mutual respect, going back to their days together in Boston. Their connection isn't just superficial. It's built on years of shared experiences, moments of triumph, and moments of struggle. When Mookie found himself in the deepest slump of his career this season, it wasn't a coach or a teammate who made the biggest difference. It was J.D. He recognized what Mookie needed, and he acted. He didn't just offer advice from afar. He literally flew out to Miami to spend time hitting alongside him, to work on mechanics, timing, and the subtle mental adjustments that separate a slump from a hot streak. That act, simple on the surface but profound in its implications, highlights the kind of professional and personal bond that can exist in sports, where sometimes the best coaching comes from someone who's been in your shoes, someone who knows the pressure, the grind, and the mental toll of performing at the highest level. JD didn't stop there. He recently made another trip, this time to Los Angeles, to continue working with Mookie. This was after Mookie had started to experience a resurgence in his form, a comeback that began when JD first helped him out weeks earlier in Tampa. That initial session in Tampa seemed almost magical in its effect, turning around what had been a dire situation. To put this into perspective, Mookie had been hitting just .205 for the month of July, struggling in ways fans hadn't seen before, and enduring a career-worst 5-game hitless streak that included a brutal 0-4-22 slide. The frustration and doubt during that period were palpable. Everyone was asking whether Mookie could find his rhythm again. The answer, as it turns out, came in the form of a familiar friend with the right combination of skill, insight, and timing. JD's presence, his ability to step in and offer targeted, high-level guidance, helped Mookie recalibrate, and the results were immediate. In August, Mookie's batting average climbed to .288, and he has continued to stay hot, hitting over .312 this month. The turnaround has been nothing short of remarkable, and the role JD played cannot be overstated. What makes this even more fascinating is that JD Martinez isn't even on the Dodgers' payroll. He's a free agent, someone who could have easily chosen to step away from baseball, yet his desire to continue playing is still strong. He has made it clear that he wants to keep performing, preferably as a designated hitter. But in the meantime, his skill, experience, and ability to positively impact Mookie's game has turned him into a kind of unofficial postseason consultant. The idea itself is intriguing. What if teams could tap into this kind of expertise, bringing in proven hitters not to take at-bats themselves, but to mentor, coach, and lift current players during critical stretches? Baseball is a sport of streaks, of momentum swings, and of mental resilience. And JD's interventions have shown that sometimes the best spark comes from someone who knows how to ignite it. The correlation between JD working with Mookie and Mookie breaking out of slumps is strong enough to suggest that this approach could be replicated strategically. Looking at Mookie's season overall, the contrast is stark. He began the year struggling more than he ever has in his career, hitting a career-low average of .258, something that even an 8-time All-Star like him had never experienced. Yet with JD's guidance, Mookie has not only regained confidence, but has also produced results that are crucial for the Dodgers as they push toward the postseason. He's hit 6 home runs and driven in 20 runs this month alone, numbers that underscore how vital it is to have someone like JD stepping in at the right time. With the playoffs approaching, maintaining this level of performance is essential, and the Dodgers are likely thinking about how they can continue to leverage this dynamic, whether officially or informally. JD's ability to influence the team without officially being a Dodger illustrates a broader truth about baseball. Leadership, mentorship, and impact don't always come from the uniform or the contract. Sometimes they come from knowledge, timing, and the willingness to step up when it matters most. The Dodgers' situation in the standings adds another layer to this story. With the division race tightening, every win, every adjustment, and every advantage matters. Having Mookie Betts firing on all cylinders could make a significant difference in the outcome of critical games, and JD's contributions have made that possibility more real. This isn't just about friendship or nostalgia. It's about strategy, performance, and results. JD's understanding of hitting mechanics, his ability to break down an opponent, and his knack for identifying the adjustments needed to break a slump all combine to create a unique edge for the Dodgers. As the team looks to defend its World Series title, these marginal gains, these subtle but impactful interventions, could very well be the difference between advancing in the playoffs and falling short. There's also an element of timing that cannot be ignored. Baseball is a game of rhythm and mental clarity, and the fact that JD arrived precisely when Mookie was struggling hardest underscores the value of having someone who not only knows the game, but knows the player. It's not about raw talent alone. It's about understanding how to communicate, how to demonstrate adjustments, and how to instill confidence at exactly the right moment. JD's presence, his willingness to fly across the country to provide hands-on support, and his ability to translate his own experience into actionable advice have created a ripple effect that benefits the Dodgers in ways that numbers alone can't always capture. This is a story about mentorship, about friendship, and about the subtle ways in which the right guidance can change the trajectory of a season. In a sense, JD Martinez has become a bridge between potential and performance, between doubt and confidence, between a slump and a streak. His influence highlights a fascinating dimension of professional sports, that sometimes the best help comes from an unexpected source, someone outside the official structure, someone whose only motivation is the game itself and the success of those he believes in. For the Dodgers, this is more than just a feel-good story. It's a strategic advantage. As Mookie continues to thrive, it becomes increasingly clear that the Dodgers' secret weapon isn't just talent. It's timing, mentorship, and the presence of someone who knows exactly how to make a difference when it matters most. JD Martinez may not wear the Dodgers uniform anymore, but his impact is woven into every swing, every hit, and every moment that Mookie Betts steps up to the plate with confidence, ready to deliver for the team. As the regular season nears its conclusion, the Dodgers find themselves in a tense but promising position. The division race is tight. The magic number has shrunk to 3, and every game carries weight. Whether it's a win on the field or a misstep by San Diego, the Dodgers are acutely aware that every opportunity counts. They are 6 games away from finishing the season, all of which are on the road, and the stakes have never been higher. The upcoming series against Arizona and Seattle is particularly critical. Arizona still has a pulse in the race, and Seattle, who has surged unexpectedly to the top of the American League, presents a formidable challenge. The Mariners' rise has been a revelation, catching many off guard, but it also reinforces the importance of momentum heading into the postseason. For the Dodgers, it's not just about winning games. It's about establishing rhythm, building confidence, and entering October with a team firing on all cylinders. The Dodgers know that to achieve this, offense must come early and decisively. Shohei Ohtani, one of the most dominant pitchers in baseball, is on the mound for tonight's matchup, and the Dodgers are acutely aware that even if he isn't showing signs of fatigue, the strategy will likely pull him by the 6th inning. That creates a window of opportunity that must be maximized. Scoring runs early, establishing a lead, and forcing the opposing bullpen into action is critical. Brandon Pfaadt, another starting option on the mound, has shown inconsistency this season, but recent appearances indicate improvement. Despite a high ERA overall, his last 3 outings have been solid, demonstrating that even pitchers who struggle at times can be dangerous if underestimated. The Dodgers' approach, therefore, has to be precise. Strike early, assert dominance, and ensure that when substitutions occur, the team is in a position of strength rather than scrambling to keep pace. Baseball is a game of timing and strategy, and for the Dodgers, every at-bat is a calculated opportunity. The team knows the importance of converting chances into runs before the sixth inning because once the pitching staff rotates, uncertainty enters the equation. Managers make tactical decisions, often pulling pitchers early to maintain effectiveness, which means that hitters must be ready to capitalize on every pitch they see. For a team that has its sights set on defending a World Series title, these nuances are more than just tactical. They're essential. A 3 or 4 run lead by the time the sixth inning arrives can dictate the flow of the game and, ultimately, the trajectory of the season. The Dodgers' ability to adapt, execute, and maintain focus under these conditions speaks volumes about the team's depth, preparation, and mental toughness. As the postseason approaches, speculation about matchups begins to take shape. The potential for facing teams like Cincinnati or the Mets is on the radar. Both teams present unique challenges, but are generally favorable compared to historically tougher opponents like the Phillies or Brewers. The Dodgers, with their combination of experience, talent, and momentum, are well-positioned to handle these scenarios. However, preparation is key. Each game leading into the playoffs serves as both a rehearsal and a test, ensuring that players are in peak form and that strategies have been honed to perfection. Every decision, from lineup adjustments to bullpen management, carries weight, and the Dodgers have shown an ability to navigate these pressures with a blend of analytical insight and instinctive baseball intelligence. Within this context, the influence of players like J.D. Martinez, even unofficially, becomes even more significant. His mentorship has already demonstrated the tangible difference it can make, and the Dodgers may continue to explore ways to incorporate this type of guidance as they approach the postseason. Beyond the raw stats and averages, the psychological aspect of baseball cannot be underestimated. Confidence, timing, and mental clarity are often the differentiating factors in high-stakes games, and having a figure like JD providing insight at critical moments can amplify performance in ways that conventional coaching cannot always replicate. The Dodgers understand that the margin for error shrinks dramatically in October, and any edge, no matter how unconventional, becomes invaluable. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Baseball fans are buzzing this morning with whispers that could shake the MLB landscape to its core. Sources close to the situation claim that Pete Alonso, the star first baseman long synonymous with the New York Mets, has reportedly made a jaw-dropping decision. He has accepted what insiders are calling an irresistible offer from the Los Angeles Dodgers. While neither team has officially confirmed the move, the rumor alone is enough to send shockwaves through both fan bases. Alonso, known for his prodigious power and larger-than-life presence at Citi Field, has been the subject of trade speculation for months. Analysts have long debated whether the slugger, fresh off yet another season of eye-popping home run totals, would stay loyal to the Mets or entertain a new chapter in his career. The Dodgers, meanwhile, are no strangers to blockbuster acquisitions, and adding a player of Alonso's caliber would signal an aggressive push for the championship. The timing of the purported deal raises eyebrows. Coming off a season where the Dodgers displayed flashes of brilliance but fell short in key moments, the addition of Alonso could be exactly the spark they need. Rumors suggest the financial package and contract length offered to Alonso were simply too compelling to ignore, tipping the scales decisively in favor of Los Angeles. If true, this would mark one of the most sensational free agent moves in recent memory, instantly transforming the Dodgers into an even more formidable lineup and leaving the Mets scrambling to recalibrate their roster strategy. Fans on social media are already divided, some lamenting the potential loss of a beloved slugger from Queens, others marveling at the idea of Alonso taking his talents to the West Coast. Behind the scenes, sources hint that negotiations were swift, with both parties motivated to finalize terms before other teams could step in. While official confirmation remains elusive, The chatter is impossible to ignore. Baseball insiders are predicting that this story could dominate headlines for weeks. For now, the MLB world watches with bated breath. Will Pete Alonso truly swap blue and orange for the Dodger blue, turning Los Angeles into the new epicenter of power hitting? Only time will tell, but if the rumors hold true, this could be a move that reshapes the league's balance of power and gives Dodgers fans something to cheer about for years to come. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.